and welcome to IPRL Qualifier 6 with me, your host for the most, Radar, my co-host today, J-Bar. You may know him
Hello,
as
everyone.
Beer and Headshots on Twitch. God, he's beautiful. Look at that mustache. Woo!
Thanks, man. I think this is going to go well already. I'm already having a good time.
Well, listen, I mean, immediately you paid me some compliments. You called me Radar Sexy. I know that was because there's a stream name that's what I was using, but I'm taking it, I'm running with it, and I think I'm going to be changing my username to reflect that amazingly accurate description.
Fits already.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. My wife might not agree with you, but hey-ho. Anyway, Qualifier 6, I believe we're going to be doing a round robin today because of the fact we're doing it much earlier. Some teams were unprepared and for some reason got the timings wrong, so we've got less teams. We originally had 13 teams in for today. I believe we have 6 teams, so we're still going to be having round robins to approve a qualifier seedings for the playoffs. And then probably an exhibition match or 2 at the end to round it off, just like yesterday. And of course, the exhibition match that we saw yesterday between, I want to say the Pink Misters and, no, Doctor was the most nail-biting. I mean, it was 10-point aside, and it came down to the last round. So let's not
exciting stuff.
Absolutely. So, J-Bar, tell us a bit about yourself.
A bit about me. Well,
Yeah.
I am a family man, right? You know, I got a day job and all that, but I like to do my stream stuff over at Beer and Headshots. I got obsessed with VR pretty much as soon as the Valve Index came out. And I don't know, I kind of fell in deep. I was always I'm kind of a, I guess what's the term that was coined in my stream was Counter-Strike boomer. I'm kind of a Counter-Strike boomer. So I kind of grew up on Counter-Strike. I played very competitively back in the day. You know, did all the LAN stuff and all that, and you know, got pretty busy in life and decided to pursue some careers. And then once I got back into streaming and got into VR, it kind of went on fire from there, man. I mean, competitive gaming in VR has been it just adds such another layer, such another dimension, I think, in general.
It's the physicality, right? It's all the physicality.
Well, exactly.
It's the throwing of nades, it's the ducking, the diving, the dodging, etc. It all changes it up. It makes, you know, brand new dimension, more than just the third. It's the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, and the seventh.
Absolutely, and that's honestly what makes it closer to being, I guess, more of an athletic sport, right? Because I think really always the discrepancy there with just, you know, standard gaming would be in esports is like, oh well, you know, we're just 5 guys sitting in chairs playing on our computers. But now when you're standing up and you're having to move your body and you're having to, you know, to manipulate your body just a lot more, you kind of get that physical aspect in there, and I think that's what makes esports and VR really special.
Absolutely. I tried to I had it was quite a heated debate with a Counter-Strike connoisseur on a live LAN event, the last one I hosted a few years ago. And I was trying to describe that the game sense, you know, what you bring from something like Counter-Strike or other kind of first-person traditional shooters into VR isn't as much as you think. And they were like, no, don't be ridiculous. Or the game sense, everything's all the same. I'm like, no, what I'm trying to say is, like, if you are a big time into something like paintball or, you know, like airsoft, I honestly think that would bring equal to or more than something like Counter-Strike or something would bring into a VR shooter, because you're using the similar sets of muscle groups and the muscle memory that you use when you're using a real gun, or, you know, a gun like an airsoft gun, an airsoft rifle, or a paintball rifle. You know, that's the muscle memory group you're using. Those are the muscles you're using. That's the body, your entire body flexing to react to situations, not your wrist and the mouse. Yes, the game sense matters, but yeah, that's what I was trying to equate it to, and they just couldn't get their heads around what I was trying to say, and they really took offense at the point I was trying to make.
Absolutely, and the addition of having to understand at least basic gun mechanics, right? I mean, there's more to think about in high pressure situations, especially when you're in VR, right? And especially when, you know, I think one thing that blew my mind, and again, this is part of what really just turned my brain on towards VR esports. All right. Tempo. View. Okay, and what's the pass?
We are straight into round 1. Pistols only. The dreaded pistol round for me because I'm terrible with them. Tempo versus Potassium. Potassium, a team I'm not aware of. Tempo, I'm aware of from other VR titles. And here we go. Lego for days. The point of the spear on point A. Looking for that pickup. He's already got 2 kills now. The retake coming in. A flank coming in from Procon666. He's on site. But he hasn't managed to land any kills, and they're aware he's there. And it scans out. 3 versus 2 with Rayab trying to push back into to get the rescan.
Okay, Captain taking out Pro Concealer, though, holding us down a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Fizzy, Cruxo, and Captain Bojangles really holding off. They're not interested in a fight. They're interested in holding back and letting this guy waste his time. They have got 23 seconds or thereabouts. Captain now pushing in to try and make sure. Chiba with a Akimbo action! Getting taken down, though.
They played that really smart. I mean, they held it back. They're not, they're starting this off, making sure that they're getting every round they can. So I like it.
I was looking at the map thinking, why aren't they engaging their teammates forward? But then I realized, you know what? They don't need to. Let that guy come in past the kill lines, trying to get the disable. Tempo off to a great start, but I mean, the pistol round, completely different to every other round. Now guys have got real weapons. Guys and gals, sorry, I didn't want to, and everything in between. Looks like we're going for
we got a player checking mid. You can see they're getting taken down by Cake right away down in the mid, which is going to open up the catwalk. And Belong's getting opened up.
Smoke's coming out, completely obfuscating the view down the line. So, oh wow, Lego for Days taking the shot and taking out Ink, and the B site belongs completely to Team Tempo.
Completely sandwiched there. They had full control of that site from the beginning.
Wow, Majestic Bandit 1. It's all on his shoulders, and they know where he is. Lego for Days with a perfect drop shot, shutting it out. 5-0, flawless victory for Tempo. Round 2.
Some great looking teamwork there. They're just looking smooth, so Rayab's gonna have to figure out a way to counter him. I think mid control might be a big thing here.
Potassium struggling under pressure right now. They did look like they had confidence in the pistol round. Out of the pistol round though, not so much in the comfort zone. I go for Days, just
Look, they're getting taken out again. Site is trouble here. Yep, leg for day. Runs straight through Cat, takes out Cheeseball. Now they have full control again.
They keep giving up the Potassium keep giving up the short entrance to B site, and they're just getting punished time and time again for it.
Scan started.
Scan comes in, and once again, it's a 45-second scan, and now the attackers become the defenders become attackers, as they race to try and shut down that scan before the end of the round. It doesn't matter if they wipe out all of the colonist players, they still have to shut down that scan.
Round loss.
I go for Days on fire right now. 3 rounds in, he's already 9 kills on the board.
That round looked very similar to the round before. So Rayab's gonna have to learn from that, and I think a little bit more mid control and being a little bit more passive on the long side might be their best bet here.
He's going to round 4. Let's see if Potassium can change the tempo. See what I did there?
I see what you did there, and I like it. That's why you're called Radar Sexy.
You can cast with me more often, dude. Woo!
But here we are, we're changing it up.
Oh, real aggressive.
Things go over at the other side of the map.
Sorry.
You're good, keep it up. A little bit more of a back and forth here, but Fizzy now taking out Pro Concealer coming up to defend. And they have the back of the site, which is going to make it easy for them to get the artifact down.
Majestic Bandit on a long flank here. Avocado Grape being shut down by Cake. Meanwhile, Captain Bojangles getting the scan started. Wow, both flankers taken down, and now it's all down to Cheeseball 1. What looked like an initial retake was shut down completely as the audio betrayed them.
It looked like there was a lot more gunfighting for there to still be 4 up on the colonist side.
Oh, look at this nade!
Dodges it real close.
Does chip off some health from Cheeseball. As time's running out, he has about 15 seconds to get to the site and disable. But it's 4 versus 1.
Round loss.
Nice try, Cheeseball, but Cake is going to take him out, and Colonist is going to keep their run going. That's the one thing I really like about Vail, though, is you don't have to really worry about an economy, right? No. So you're always able to go for those 1v4, 1v5, 1v3 type situations at the end of the round. I think that makes for some pretty exciting plays.
It does. Everyone's on an even battlefield, right? There's no one's running on an advantage. It's all down to the skill, coordination, and a little bit of luck. I'm not gonna lie, there's always
Absolutely.
luck with any situation, but mostly skill and coordination with your teammates.
This is another big push into the site, but it looks like there is a lot more on the colonist side there to defend. Let's see what happens here. Like today, they'll get 2 picks. Cake taking out Majestic, Majestic taking out Cake.
Surprisingly, Ink just slow on the retake there. Teammate dies right next to him, and he just stood stock still, waiting for him to come out. And you can't do that in this game. Pika's advantage is all. Captain Bojangles going in for another scan. You can see on the UI that Captain Bojangles was the one carrying the puck. The puck has now been used to scan. Fizzy taking that pro conceal. It's all down to Cheeseball 1 once again. Way
He's
out
also
of
going to
position.
be coming up from mid. They know where he is, so
He still has the option to push through the center ground and come up down suicide down the long side of A. However, choosing to opt uphill in what can only be described as an uphill struggle in more than ways than one.
very poetic. And I think it's very accurate as well, as he's kind of stuck on this hill, and that is all he's going to die on.
So many lasers crossed against him then. It was just triangulated from every angle. His tempo
Seems like Rayab's having a difficulty handling the aggression to the colonist side. I'd like to see a little bit more counter utility being used to hold them off a bit longer so that their team can get in there and help them crossfire a bit.
Potassium
But we'll see
definitely
if
feels
they
like a
adjust.
newer team here. Like I said, I know Tempo from other VR titles. They've been around for a while, so they've been working on the chemistry. They are definitely new to Vail, but they still know how to work together as a team. And
The chemistry is huge. There's a big carryover there if you have that, so I could see that would give them quite the advantage here.
So looking at the UI, you can see, again, I love this UI. You can see all the weapons everyone's got. You can see all the utility. You can see who's carrying the puck. Look at this smoke cross cover into B site. Potassium just are not prepared for this. Crux are the only guy actually on near the site that could stop this. Taken down. Avocado Grape down below, but also taken down. So Captain Bojangles goes for another scan entry on Artifact B site.
Scan started.
There it is now, 3 versus 5. And Potassium nowhere near retaking this.
Got a couple players that are going to be slow working short spot through mid here. This is a very tough spot, though. I usually see people getting naded out of this pretty quickly as soon as they're identified.
Yeah, Lego for days. Could counter nade or be naded.
They are being quiet, though.
Trade comes out. Still a 1 versus 4 though for Cheeseball 1.
Oh, good trade there.
How is it the Cheeseball completely different site? And yet again, Cheeseball 1, the last guy remaining on Potassium. Now I've said it before and I'll say it again. Is that a sign that that player is just playing it more passive? Is a better player, or are they just lacking in the timing? Should they have already been in the action sooner? Should they have been rotating much quicker than they had done? Like, there's always two ways to look at when it's the same player left alive every time on defense.
It was on the back of my mind, and it does kind of depend. Maybe this team's not established enough to have, a lurker role. Sometimes that's an intentional thing, is to have someone around waiting for people that are maybe hiding in different areas. But it does seem
Point blank range now with the enemy.
Oh, there we go. Cake just melting Pink and Majestic.
Cake switches to the pistol.
Hitting Cheeseball with the pistol.
Loses his main weapon, switches to pistol. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I'm still holding this pistol against your cranium and pulling the trigger. And that's all that matters.
Yeah, just full control on the colonist side here. We can see what Pro Conceal does. In a 1v5 against this team, it's not looking good.
No, and he's taking.
Would not want to be there.
He's got less than 30 seconds left, and it'll take him that long to get to the scan side at this rate. Now, I appreciate he doesn't want to give away his position, but when it's 1 versus 4, I mean, you just got to go in hot dog.
Round loss.
Exactly, yeah. As soon as you're caught out, you're going to have 5 people looking at you. So aggression is usually on your side there, if anything is.
The audio portraying him utterly there. As he came around the corner, he had to speed up a little bit, aware of the time, and Crux had just heard the footsteps right next to him. Comes out pre-firing, doesn't even need to guess. No guess there. He knows there's an enemy coming down that hallway. All he has to do is hold down the trigger, step out, score himself another kill. And it's 7-0 now to Tempo. Reminder, when the cumulative score gets to 10 points, there is a side swap, and Tempo will become the defenders, and Potassium will become the aggressors.
Yeah, Rayab's going to want to pick up at least a round or two so that they get some more time in on that second half.
They've got the right idea right here, though. They've got a full build-up on the B side, completely abandoning the A side. But it's not making any difference at the moment. They still haven't picked up a kill. and it's down to 2 versus 5, and almost everyone on Tempo is at full health.
Round loss.
Shut down from every side. You can see them that the
Wait,
pressure is
down
getting
there.
they're getting full static. The entire Potassium team barely moving, just trying to hold their lines. A bit too afraid to make anything work because they've been shut down so hard in
Round
previous rounds.
starting.
They need to
Get
get
ready.
out of their own heads at this point.
Yeah, I would absolutely agree. Maybe slowing something down a little bit, poking in a few areas you haven't poked yet. They got to figure out any sort of way to counter the colonist team.
I mean, it's
And
0.
their
Wow,
way
look at
right
this.
now is a full stack.
Nice.
All right, I like it. It's
You
bold.
love to see it, like full confidence in this. They're like, right, we're going for it, boys. Just the thing is, they're doing it with 0 intel
But
as well. I mean,
like to see
maybe it's-
someone keep an eyes on mid there. Okay, they got a couple of guys there, but yes, that's what I was saying. Is no intel is kind of dangerous in this situation.
What a lot of teams like to do is like to post people up in key positions where you can hear footstep audio, and they work off that, calling out what footsteps they can hear. Cake finding the first kill on Mitch. Bandit 1 on the long side of A side.
Oh,
Oh wow!
Yeah.
You just see Potassium just getting shut down from every angle in what was also almost another clean sweep for Tempo. 9-0 now on the board for Tempo.
One more round and then we switch, right?
That's right, yeah. It's the first
Gotcha.
team to 11 points takes the map, and at the moment,
Round
it is
starting.
definitely looking like
Get
it's in
ready.
Tempo's court.
That is right, but this is the round for Rab to really try to, or Potassium, to really try to win so that they get a little bit more going for them coming into this. It would be a shame to get shut down here.
But just a reminder, we've got 2 more qualifiers left. So Potassium, you know, even if you don't make it through today, you've got more opportunities to make it through.
Right. And I bet that they can watch this over and learn from it, and that's really all you can do, especially when you're playing against a more experienced team.
Absolutely. Again, look at this great smoke. Tempo. I didn't realize we're going to be so versed in Vail, but they are just rocking
Here we
it.
go, yeah. They are rocking it. I do like what Potassium's doing right now. They had a couple of more forward players go on mid, and now they have a little bit more map control than I've seen them have the entire match so far.
Scan started.
Bojangles getting that scan straight in though. It's 5 versus 4 on Potassium's side for the advantage for a change. However, they're having to push uphill once again. They've lost the site, so they're the ones now. You can see all of Tempo taking up defensive positions to hold the site.
It's not looking good as Captain takes out Majestic and Long, but Cheeseball does get Cake. Cheeseball gets traded back up by Captain again. We are down to Ink and Pro Conceal.
About 10 seconds left on the scan. It is almost no win situation now for Potassium. Doesn't matter if Pro Conceal 666 flies in and kills all the colonists. He doesn't have time to disable the scan.
It is looking pretty dire, and Cruxer
Scan
takes him out.
complete.
Now we switch sides and
Round lost.
see if we have to pick anything
We're
up.
switching sides.
Looking at the kill spread at the moment, you see Lego for days and Cake and Captain Bojangles doing the heavy lifting for Tempo. Meanwhile, on the opposite side, we can see Cheeseball 1 on 5 kills, Pro Conceal on 3 kills, and Dot Inc on 0 kills. He's going to be feeling that one right now. He's going to be in his own head, aware that he's got 0 kills at the moment, and that really weighs heavily on you. Affects your aim, affects your judgment, makes you shut down. You really need to like kind of get yourself out of that. We see a full 5-man heavy push going to Site B. They are all in at this moment. They're 10-0 down. Tempo are 1 point away from taking the match. They've got nothing to lose. But they do need to get some smoke coverage down here or go across
Any sort of utility would be great here, yeah.
Wow, look at this Tempo 4-man flank coming out around the backside. They need to get the scan and they need to set up for defense. Cheeseball going in for the scan.
Potassium has a good chance here, though. I mean, this heavy flank might confuse them a little bit, but they're already taking down Fizzy. Fizzy already got taken down. Ink takes out Legs for Days. Cruxer takes out Cheeseball, but we got 3 coming up from the long side.
Woof. 2 versus 2 now.
Okay, this could work.
Perfect flash on Ink and
Oh.
Avocado Grape.
Oh, and now they're trying to defuse.
Wow, Cruxer one-hands it. Saving the day. Will he get the disable? Yes, he will. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Cruxer one-hands while disabling. You love to see it. Woo!
Great job on the Tempo players there. I mean, they just seemed like they had full control the whole time, and they knew it, and they knew how to play it. So, congrats.
That was just... The thing is, again, this is VR. So in one hand, he's holding that puck, doing the disable. And the other hand, he's aiming that pistol out. Again, this isn't
Beauty of
like a mouse and keyboard game. He's physically holding the controller out in front of him and having to like dead eye aim while holding this other, like having to be static to make sure he doesn't mess up the disable of the scan. Great work by Crux there.
It definitely shows experience, doesn't it? I mean, you don't always think that you could do that, especially in VR. It sounds like something that's simple to remember to do, but it's, especially in those kind of situations, it's not easy until you've been in that situation a few times. So that was very well played.
Absolutely, absolutely. And Potassium there feeling the full weight of Tempo's experience as a team together, even if they aren't quite used to playing Vail. It didn't really seem to matter. The teamwork shone through.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I'm just going to cut us to a intermission while I try and see if I can find us another game to cast. Bear with us. Stay tuned. More matches to come. J-Bar, I'm enjoying your company. Real nice.
You know, I'm enjoying yours as well. I'm having a lot of fun with this. I'm really loving the way that Vail's been looking these days, and I'm ready to let this rip somewhere.
Cool. Hopefully see you guys in a second for more Match 1 antics.
See you soon.